Hi there. In past years, when you come to visit me at the studio tour, I've had looms set up for you to weave on. Today I thought I would show you how I prepare the looms so that you can do your weaving. It takes a long time, and this will be sort of a shortened process, but here's how it goes. The yarn that's threaded onto the loom is called the warp. This warp is going to be mercerized cotton thread that I will set at 12 threads per inch, and it will be 14 inches wide. So I'll have to count 148 threads, and each will be 40 yards long. To measure and count the thread, I wind it using the pegs on the board, which are 36 inches apart. Thus I can measure 4 yards 148 times. By alternating each thread around these two little pegs at the bottom, I form a cross that keeps each thread separate. Tie at this end. And then I will tie down here. When I finish counting, I slip 2 wooden rods between the sections at the cross and lift the yarn off the board, and then I will secure it to the front of the loom to begin threading. That. Bring these through here. Wind it all up carefully so these sticks are going to hold it here. And now I'm ready to put it on the loom. This wide, narrow frame is called the reed. It has 12 little slots per inch, through which, using this long hook, I can pull each thread. The cross that I made while I was counting allows me to easily separate the threads. Make my warp the right size. So you see I take each thread, which is separate from the other threads because it went around those, and I take it here and I pull it through the other side. And I have to do this for all 148 threads. So I separate one, pull it out, hook it through, catch it on the other side. Bring the next thread down, pull it out, hook it through, catch it on the other side, next thread, hook it through, catch it on the other side, 148 times. Then I go to the back of the loom. There are 4 wooden frames here called shafts. Each shaft holds a row of needle-like metal strips with a hole in the center. This is called a heddle. The weaving pattern is established by the sequence that each individual thread is passed through one of the heddles on one of the shafts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I reach through and I get a thread that came through and I take it through this heddle. like that. Then I get the next one from the next frame. After all the threading, the warp is tied to a metal rod attached to a roller at the back of the loom. The warp is rolled onto the roller. In fact, the warp is rolled completely onto the roller, leaving just enough yarn at the front to tie on to another roller, and needs to be combed and sorted as it goes along. And I have to comb through them with my hands, each one. Okay, now we have to go to the back. Okay, you see that the warp threads are all tied to this metal rod, and the tension has all been adjusted. It's pulled very tight. And then, when I press down on the pedals, it raises two of the harnesses. And I take my shuttle, which has a bobbin woven with rope with the thread on it, and I pull it through. And I beat it down. And then I switch, and all the threads that used to be up are now down, and all the threads that were up were down are now up, and the thread is locked in the middle of it. So here we go. And this is how you weave. Okay, that's how we do it. And we've managed to compress 5.5 hours of weaving of loom threading into about 13 minutes. How about that?